All right, Morgan joins us now first in the morning with entertainment. And what are we starting off first?
Yeah, we are talking about how the box office is officially back. Now, that might sound weird to people considering there's been huge movies this year, but not since 2019 have they been predicting that the box office is going to hit $10 billion this year.
That's a big number.
It's a huge number, and it's thanks to some huge movies that are coming out. So we're just going to kind of go down the line of, I mean, you've got the Odyssey, which is coming up this weekend. Everyone wants to see it in IMAX. These tickets sold out a year ago. You have Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's expected to do incredibly well. The movies that have already helped this giant number, Michael. We just talked about the biopic, Michael Jackson's biopic, just grossed over $1 billion. You have the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That sequel made insane numbers. Devil Wears Prada 2, right? You had that almost made $700 million at the box office. Toy Story 5 grossed over $1 billion. But here's what's really cool, because during the pandemic, I mean, that's when we saw streaming services take off. We had a lot of filmmakers say, get out to the theaters, you know, when it was safe to do so. And people weren't really sure if it was going to make this comeback. And so now these numbers are coming out. It's very reminiscent of 2019 before the pandemic and everyone shutting down. And so as someone who's a moviegoer, I'm excited to see this. But here's what's really cool. There was a time for a couple of years where it was like, well, people are only going to go to the theaters if it's a big superhero movie. But now you're seeing original films like Obsession. We had the cast on here not too long ago. Made over $400 million at the box office. Back Rooms. That's become A24's highest grossing movie ever. Project Hail Mary. Can't forget the Ryan Gosling film. I think that's one of my favorite movies of the year. It brought in over almost $700 million. So, I mean, it goes on and on. But turns out we have Gen Zers to thank. I don't know if you guys have seen this. We've got some statistics. 87% of Gen Zers are going to the theaters, or they've seen at least one movie in the cinema in the past 12 months. 82% are millennials, compared to 70% of Gen Xers and 58% of baby boomers. And I don't know about you, but it's a thing on social media. I keep seeing all these Gen Zers saying it's cool to go back to theaters. You're a cool kid if you see movies in the theater.
Well, is it kind of like going back to analog in a way for them as well, that what's old is new again?
I would definitely say
And I think there's something about being with the collective, as it were.
I would agree.
In a theater.
It's like an event. You're at your home, too.
A shared experience.
We want to get out of our houses.
Well, and Matt experienced that for the first time with Obsession. The fun of being in the collective for a horror.
So good.
Nothing beats that.
That's true.
I always remember seeing Mike Myers, Austin Powers, in the theater. It was hilarious. I went with friends and we laughed, had a great night. And then like a couple years later, I saw it on TV.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same effect.
I remember seeing Blair Witch Project for the first time before any press came out, and I went home and I didn't sleep. Like, I was terrified. And by the way, I haven't even brought up the Avengers Doomsday, which is coming out at the end of the year, and Dune 3. So, yeah, big numbers at the box office.
Speaking of big movies, we're going to talk Rocky for a second.
Yeah, so it's not a new sequel. It's actually the making of the first movie that's in the works. And we're going to show you a quick trailer. It's called I Play Rocky. Take a look.
Yeah, I know I don't look like Einstein, but I got a brain. The only way for me to get to show people is me to have to write a script for myself.
Yeah, so do that. Write a script. And give yourself the best part.
No, you were not seeing Sylvester Stallone with camera work to make him look younger. That is Anthony Ippolito, who sounds just like him. It's pretty amazing. So basically, this is the ultimate underdog story. It's the true story of Sylvester Stallone, how he wrote Rocky famously in 3 days. Nobody wanted to make it. He wasn't a star yet. People had said he looked not Hollywood-like. He didn't sound like a Hollywood star. And then, of course, it goes on to do so well at the Oscars, of course, winning Best Picture over huge movies like Taxi Driver. So this is the making of it, which I think is really exciting. The thing I have a bit of reservation about, if I have any, is that Sylvester Stallone himself is not a part of this. And he's actually said last year he wanted to be. So I find that always interesting when a story is about a person making it.
And the fact that he actually wrote Rocky.
He wrote it.
Well,
yeah.
Right? So,
but I'm
interesting. This franchise knows no quit, right? The Rocky franchise.
I'm so glad.
How many movies? It's like 5 or 6.
I love it.
Creed.
I know.
And now we're actually making a movie about making the movie.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I'm really excited to see this. I learned a little bit about this trailer when it came out. I didn't quite understand how much Sylvester Stallone, this was his baby and he made this happen.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. All right, quickly, we got an update on the Rob Reiner case.
Yeah, listen. Nick Reiner, who's been charged with murder of his parents, which he has denied. He is in court. He is in jail. Listen, the update here, because it's just such a tragic story all around. He's not doing well. He's deteriorating. Apparently, sources are telling the Daily Mail he's on really heavy medication. He had to shave his head because he has bugs in it. He's having a hard time even communicating with his lawyers. But what we are hearing is that Rob Reiner's sister, Annie Reiner, apparently, according to sources, she is supporting him. And, you know, despite the fact that she no longer has her brother here, that she is staying by his side during this.
Wow.
And that's what we have about that.
All right. Ahead on the show today, we have
Will Ferrell.
We have a guest
Who
you may know.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be interviewing him for his new show called The Hawk. If you haven't seen all the press and previews around it, you're in for a treat. He's basically playing a golfer who is stuck in 2003, and it's so much fun.
It's basically my life story, I think is what it is.
I didn't want to say
Yes.
that. But you did. It's great. I can't wait to talk
Yeah,
about
I know. I went to the premiere the other night. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Okay,
so,
perfect.
all right,
Yeah,
look
it is
forward to
fun.
that interview coming up. Thank you, Morgan.
Thanks, guys.